first you need to start by cleaning down the fork with the soapy water. Make sure you get rid of all the excess dirt left from riding. Then you need to take down the bumper stops. Wipe down the whole fork from all the water left. Then you're gonna remove all adjuster knobs using the 1.5mm Allen key. Be careful when removing the adjuster knobs, as there is ball bearings that sit in the adjusters itself. You can see the balls just in there. Be careful not to lose any. Then you're going to take the compression side knob off. The compression side, it's got two knobs actually, so be careful. That's the first one, the ball goes in there, and then you need to remove the second one. It's got a ball sitting inside, and as you can see the other ball bearing is just on the side, so be really careful not to lose that. Using the screwdriver, just gently try to take it out. Then you've got the C-clip. Using the screwdriver, be really careful, just take the C-clip out, it should just pop out, just like that. Then using the 27mm wrench, you need to unscrew the top plugs. Be really careful because it needs to sit really flush, you don't want to strip any threads on that. Remove the top plug. There is a little cap sitting on top of the spring. Remove that. Then you just want to pull the spring out. You can compress the stanchion down a bit, so the spring is gonna just pop out easily. Then using the 5mm Allen key, you need to remove the lower crown assembly. Make sure not to scratch your stanchions. Then using a 5mm Allen key again, undo the foot nut on the spring side. Just be really careful as the oil is gonna pour down. Drain everything nicely, clean it all down, and it's time to assemble the fork. We use tender crazing grease, quite thick grease, really good for forks. It's normally recommended to change the dust use as well when you're doing a fork service, but they've been replaced recently, so that wasn't necessary in this case. Put very decent amount of grease, don't be shy. Everything needs to stay nice and lubricated in there, so it's gonna work smooth. You don't want any wear on the stanchions. Slide it in and out a couple of times. Now you're gonna fit in the spring. Here it's important to close the top cap first, so you're gonna be able to tighten down the foot nut on the lower leg. After you tighten down the lower leg, then you can unscrew the top cap and pour in your oil. For the spring side we need 80 mm of oil. As you can see the difference, the dirty and the clean oil. And you fit in the spacer and then the top nut using the 27 mm wrench. Assemble the lower crown assembly. Torque everything to spec. Fit in your C-clips on the spring side as well. Make sure you put all the clips and all the spacers as they were. Fit in the pump stops. Now we're gonna install the adjuster knobs. Make sure you put some grease on the ball bearings itself, and then using the 1.5 mm Allen key just tighten them down. Put some grease on that little ball bearing there. Make sure you've got the other ball bearing inside, the one on the top, a bit of grease, and then again using the 1.5 mm wrench just tighten that. Hand tight will do. Then just assemble the rebound knob. And that's it, you've got your fork serviced. Thanks for watching.